Halftime here, men's basketball, the Wildcats lead at 44-41, 11-0 run there at the end of the first half by the Coyotes to take the lead. Wildcats did come back and get some buckets to get back on top 44-41, and hopefully they can get it turned around the second half. Joined here at halftime by head coach Michael Avalon, Perfect Community College Wildcat Baseball. I'm going to talk a little bit about the fall that just got finished for his ball club. Also talk a little bit about the Expedition Enid, how that went, and also talk about the first pitch banquet coming up in January. Mike, first and foremost, belated Happy Thanksgiving and early Merry Christmas.
Yep, same to you. Glad to be here with you.
So let's talk about your fall, man. You had a lot of new guys, a lot of new faces. Had some holdovers. I talked to a couple of those guys a couple of weeks ago, but just talk about your assessment of your ball club after you had your fall and also Expedition Enid.
Yeah, I really like where we are. I like the group. We had a little Christmas party last night and kind of our final get together for about 6 weeks. So that's one of the tough parts is being away from them for so long over Christmas. And it's like we told them last night. It's now it's up to you because you've got to work. We're not together. We don't see them. We can't practice them. We can't make them do certain things without them doing it by themselves. So, but I think we have the right guys. Very, very talented. But I thanked them last night for just being such good kids. Good families. They, I don't worry about them. Of course, I tell everybody when I say that I deal with 18 to 21-year-olds, so they're not perfect, just like I'm not perfect. But man, they are a joy to coach. I enjoy them, and I'm excited about what they're going to do this spring.
You go through, and for those who may not be familiar with it, unless they follow you on social media and your Expedition Enid, kind of walk folks through what that's about, because that is a grueling couple of events there over about a week and a half.
Yeah. It's something they've started to look forward to, and you would think, well, why do they look forward to something tough? But I think that, Colby White, we actually put a saying on the back of our shirts last year for Expedition Enid, just because he texted me this when, I guess last year while he was going through pro ball, he said the mind is a powerful tool, and I learned that at Expedition Enid in Poplarville, Mississippi at Pearl River. And so you just see different examples, and it does so many things. It's kind of a dead time. Our fall's done, and once we come back from the summer, we're straight into basically practice and playing. So you don't get a whole lot of team building. You don't get a whole lot of gut checks because you have to be ready to play, or you want them to be ready to play, especially sophomores who are out showcasing in the fall, and trying to sign at the 4-year level. So it's a really good time after our fall to compete. To put them through tough challenges. As coaches, that's why you do tough things for them. Is when it's in the bottom of the ninth and a championship on the line. They've been through something physically tougher, but also mentally tougher. And there's some fun stuff that we do, but we try to make it challenging. We try to make it tough. I see other schools out there that do things that are similar, and I just look at them and go, well, they're some of them are just checking the boxes. It's making them compete a little bit, but having a lot of fun. Ours is we want it to be tough. We want it to challenge them. We don't want them to necessarily like the event while they're going through it. But there's there's two places I always say that I feel a lot better coming out rather than going in, and that's going to church. First off, you go to church, you may not feel great going into church, but coming out I always feel better. And going in the weight room and putting yourself through a tough workout or going through something tough, when you've accomplished that, it gives you confidence. It makes you tougher. You know that you're prepared. And so it's something I look forward to, and we always try to add little different twists. And we don't want them to know exactly what's coming. That's part of the unknown is the tough. That's like a season that you're going to go through. You don't know what's going to happen, what turns it's going to take, what challenges, what hurdles. And so it's something we really, as coaches, we put a lot of thought and emphasis into our challenges and what we ask them to do. But it was really cool seeing them compete, and challenge each other from a team standpoint, also individually.
You mentioned Kobe earlier, Kobe White, the Mary Missile, but man, you've got the first pitch banquet coming up in January the 24th. Going to have it off campus this year up in Hattiesburg, and it's going to be a great time. And man, the guys you're going to bring back, man, let's go down this who's list you've assembled. The former Wildcats are going to come back, and we're going to do a little 15, 20-minute roundtable with them, man. It's impressive.
Yeah, as long as our host there, handles that roundtable well, it'll go well. Mr. Carey, pressure's on you for that, but I'm sure you'll do well. That's why you were asked to do it. But we have changed the name a little bit. It's the First Pitch fundraiser for this year, and that's purposeful. We're going to go. Our cafeteria is lovely. It's nice, but our guys eat there every day. And so it's something I've always wanted to do, and I felt like, hey, let's try it. Let's go out. Let's spend a little money on a nice venue, maybe off campus, which is what we're doing in Hattiesburg, and try to be a little more centrally located for our parents and for alumni. We're going to have a social hour. We're going to have Dave Chatham play a little live music for us and just make it more of an atmosphere of just a time to get to know people, socialize a little bit, parents get to know each other, get to know the players, alumni get to come back and tell old war stories and stuff about their days at Pearl River. And then you mentioned the round table. Of course, we'll have dinner before that, and then we'll go into a round table. We've got Colby White, who's with the Yankees now. Landon Harper is with the Braves. Cole Tolbert is with the Red Sox. And then Bryson Ware is with the Phillies currently. It'll be really cool just hearing them talk a little bit about their experience at Pearl River, their experience through pro ball. It would be an unbelievable time for our players to know that those guys sat at Pearl River Community College, played, worked there, went to the weight room, went through Expedition Enid like these guys did, and these guys are living out the dream that all of our players have. We tell our guys in the recruiting process we want to coach 35 guys every year that want to play professional baseball, that want to play in the big leagues, and these guys are getting the opportunity to play professional baseball. So to hear their journey, I think it's going to be a pretty special time. Hopefully, get to see some of their families back. I think will be a really, really neat time for everybody involved.
You look at those guys. You look at those guys that you mentioned there. They were special. I mean, I can go down the list and you look at what White accomplished when he was here. He was kind of. He was kind of one of the guys that helped you turn the clock a little bit, and get this thing going. When you look back at what he brought to the table.
Yeah, I think one of the things that's special about all four of those, and that's what I want our players to see. Those guys were not highly sought after out of high school. Most of them I think all of them only had junior college offers. And Pearl River believed in them, and they came in here and they used that as a stepping stone to the next level and then to the next level. But I think they kind of took off from here, and that's something I'm very thankful for. Also today, if you looked on social media the last 2 days, you got Hollis Porter and Bryce Fowler were named 2 of the top 10 transfers in Division I baseball. Those guys obviously played last year with us. Connor Ware came out today. Division I baseball did a little special on him about being one of the impact arms in this class out of Pearl River. And those are, Jeffrey Ince. I'm very proud of him. He texted me last night, and I'm such a baby sometimes. I get emotional about little stuff like this, but he texted me last night and just told me he was proud that he wanted to let me know that he was named captain at Sanford and go in there and make an impact like that. Only in a couple months, that just tells you how special of a player he is, special of a person is, family he comes from. And so that's several examples. And there's many others out there that are doing great. That's one of the really cool things about the new ESPN Plus, where we can watch all those guys in the spring when we're done playing or what have you. So very proud of them. But again, that's going to be an incredible night on Friday, January the 24th in Hattiesburg. I think it'll be a good time for everybody, and a really good chance just to talk Pearl River baseball and see how special this thing is.
So you're going to be playing here, Mike, really like 60 days. It'll be pretty quick.
Yeah, we've got a couple special announcements that'll be coming up about our schedule. We told our players the other day we're not able to divulge any details at this point on our opening weekend and stuff, except for that we are going to start our regular season down in Panama City in that big tournament. I know we open up with Northwest Florida, who's one of the perennial powerhouses in junior college every year. It'll be a great challenge first game out as far as the regular season. But it's a very challenging schedule. I don't know who the guy is that makes the schedule, but I need to have a word with him because he has not given us any easy ones. But that's what we got to prepare our guys for, is that every team that we play is really good. They're going to compete. Obviously, they're going to want to beat us. But that's also what's going to prepare us for our conference, which is day in and day out. We don't show up. We don't play well. We don't play to our abilities. We'll get our butts beat. But I think we've got the group that can continue to raise the bar here and make Pearl River baseball and Pearl River Community College proud.
you're going to have a break here, in a couple of weeks after these guys go off, and you have a little bit of time there. And on that note, I want to use this as a chance to kind of take about a minute here, but you had a great fall for those guys about going to the next level. A couple of weeks ago, I had Caston Thompson out of Brookhaven Academy here. He's going to Nichols. I had Caleb Dice. He's going to USM. Had some other guys that have signed, but you're going to have, by the time this thing's over, you'll probably have another 10, 12 guys in the spring you're going to follow. You talk about this, I know in the recruiting process, you talk about this on a regular basis. One of the things here is to make them better and get them ready for that next level and give them that opportunity to go to that next level. You've done a great job with that.
Yeah, some people ask the question why, how do we do what we do and keep getting good players? Well, players want to come to a place that's going to help them get to the next level. That's not something I do. That's not something our coaches do by ourselves. Obviously, it's the player that produces. But it is about recruiting the right player from the right family, who's the right person, who works hard. I'll give Coach Schmidt, one of our new guys, credit today. He said something really good in some of our exit meetings. He said, what we want you to do is we want you to show up every day. We want you to play really hard and practice really hard, work really hard. That's number one, work hard. Two is we want you to show up. We want you to compete as hard as you can. And the third thing is we want you to have fun. And so if we can get guys that are going to work really hard, they're going to compete, and they're going to have fun, they're going to be successful. And we got to get each one of our guys to do those three things. Same thing we have to do as coaches. Probably same things you got to do in life every day is work hard, show up, compete, try to be your very best, and enjoy it.
Mike, look forward to it. Enjoy your holidays coming up here in a few weeks. Look forward to January the 24th, the First Pitch fundraiser. Going to be in Hattiesburg at the Coca-Cola facility downtown. Great venue. I've been there before for a wedding reception. Great venue. I can't wait to hear Dave pick that thing and play a little music for us.
He's good. He's worth the price of admission by himself. But a lot of good stuff going on. Y'all come see us.
We will. Appreciate it, Mike. Michael Avalon, head baseball coach, Perth Community College Wildcats.